Miami has a Dolphin, the greatest football team.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
First play from scrimmage, Newton going to throw it. And this one's incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. You talk about this Miami defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on third down. To throw is Newton. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be fourth down. Here's the Jets punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 46-yard line.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Solo left Zion. Hey, 21 TX.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Second and a couple.
Ready. Team. Come on, high.
Tua sets up to pass it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that win over New England.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Looking to pass. Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Tua going to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. You talk about this Jets defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Here's Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Dolphins.
All right, fellas.
On play action, here's Tua. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Hey, number 1. Hey, come on, 2. Come on, 2. Come on, 2.
Tua to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Come on, 2. 21G. 18.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Turbo 1 high.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
Let's go now. Hawk 70. Riggs.
They'll go again with Hall. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The Jets had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
'70 Ranger. Back.
Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Newton now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Here's more on the return. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he goes out right around the 39. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Second and 6.
Up the middle, H.N. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll run for it with H.N. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So they've gotten the 3rd down conversion, but the illegal block in the back means they'll have to try it all over again.
Yeah, those are the ones that can be really tough to bounce back from, Brandon. Such a poorly timed penalty.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Tua. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
They're on the 31-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Throwing is Newton. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's Newton. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
The Jets take over 1st
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cougar 19.
Ball again. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Let's go now. Nice.
Now Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Go ahead. Hey, time out 2. Time out 2. Time out 2.
A give left side. Here's Achane. And we'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the 39-yard line.
Hey, get set. 18. Ready.
They'll look to throw. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 35 yards. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
This is 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Shot.
Newton to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Newton now to throw. This one deep for Wilson. And got his man complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
22-yard line.
Here's Newton. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. He's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Jets. First down.
Newton throwing again. To the left side, he's got the tight end Taylor. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Here's Newton. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, put on the carpet, fumble. And that is going to skip out of bounds, so a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
21, Jets 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now Achane on first and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Tua sets up to pass it. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got room to roam. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Out!
And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
20, TX.
Two and now, 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devin Duvernay there to make the grab. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Santos with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Okay, Jets ready. Offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Ready. 70 tempo.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Now he's loose down the left sideline. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Arian Smith, 70 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10.
Jets 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ready. 20 TX.
Running right, here's Achane. 7 yards there and a first down.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down, Dolphins.
Drip. Come on, 2. Out!
On the give, here's Charbonnet. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready, shot.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet. Down to about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Yeah, ready. Ready, ready.
Again, it's Charbonnet. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
All right. Solo left side. Ready, two. Hey, come on, two.
Tua going to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
They run the toss now with Gibson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 14. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Ready. Ready, team. Wait.
They'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's good for a Jets first down.
Off play action, Newton. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Tyrell Dodson on the tackle. Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, Newton. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Going to look deep for Wilson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Mika Fitzpatrick.
And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
There's Charbonnet once again. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 3rd and 5.
Ready. All right, fellas, listen up.
On the option, it's Charbonnet. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jets will take over.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. This 2nd and 4.
Complete to number 17, Garrett Wilson. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
A 7-yard gain. And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Jones. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, set.
Throwing Jones. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They'll give the Hall. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. This is intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Ready, Jack? Ready, G, with it.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Miami, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.